Are you ready to face a truth so unsettling it makes even battle-hardened veterans feel a chill crawl up their spine? Forget everything Hollywood ever sold you about war. Today, we tear the classified seal off a legend that was never meant to surface. Picture this. Into the burning hell of the jungle, they drop a single man. No heavy machine gun, no radio, no backup, no fear. Just a shadow carrying a knife. Who was he? A madman? A suicide volunteer? Or a biological weapon wrapped in human skin? The elite soldiers laughed when they saw him. They called him a tourist. But before long, that laughter curdled into something far more primitive raw. Animal fear. This Australian ghost did things that mocked the laws of physics. He walked through minefields as if they were playgrounds. He erased entire squads without firing a single shot. He didn't fight the jungle, he weaponized it, turning leaves, shadows, and silence into instruments of terror. Soon, the enemy didn't just fear ambushes. They feared demons. How did one man bring an entire force to its knees, using nothing but silence? Why did High Command later try to erase every trace of his existence? And what terrifying secret did he carry with him when he finally vanished into the darkness? Strap in. Watch until the very end, because the final twist changes everything. Forward. Operating Base 2 in Quantum wasn't really a military installation. It was a pressure cooker, an open wound of testosterone, blasting rock music, roaring helicopters, and the ever-present stench of burnt aviation fuel. It was 1968, and this place obeyed no rulebook except survival. Order existed only on paper. In reality, chaos ruled. The American Rangers called it controlled. Anyone else would have called it a madhouse. Here, men draped themselves in trophy amulets, fed their egos with heavy machine guns, and believed volume alone could dominate the jungle. They thought noise was power. They believed fear could be manufactured with napalm and artillery. They had no idea that their noisy rhythm of war was about to be shattered by one quiet arrival. On a suffocating afternoon, with the temperature clawing past 35 degrees, even in the shade, a lone helicopter descended onto the landing pad. No unit markings, no escort, no supply crates. Just one man stepping onto the scorching metal. No squad followed. No applause greeted him. Mockery did. Corporal Logan Calcine Phantom arrived via an Australian SAS exchange program. Officially. Unofficially, he looked like a drifter who'd wandered into the wrong nightmare. No body armor, no helmet, no modern tactical gear. His uniform was faded almost to anonymity. A soft boonie hat shaded his eyes. His possessions amounted to a battered kit bag and a rifle that looked older than the war itself. But it was the knife that froze attention. A massive Fairburn Sykes fighting dagger strapped to his chest, blade down. Old-fashioned, provocative, laughable at least to men raised on automatic fire. Sergeant Rico, nicknamed Bulldozer for his brute strength and love of destruction, laughed loudest. He joked that command had opened a daycare or lost and found for tourists. The base erupted in laughter. None of them knew that this quiet Australian with a knife would soon become the reason many of them ever saw home again. Captain Marcus Stone, Cobra Team's commander, didn't laugh. The transfer file in his hands was thin, too thin. No commendations, no mission summaries. Just a stamp and a signature. Stone watched Logan move. He didn't walk. He flowed. His storm-colored eyes didn't linger on faces. They mapped exits, cover, shadows. This wasn't a soldier's gaze. It was a predator's assessment of terrain. That night, while the others drank and bragged, Logan sat alone sharpening his dagger. Metal whispered against stone. That sound became his only reply to mockery. The Americans mistook silence for arrogance. They were wrong. Operation Nightingale began under a silence so heavy it pressed against the lungs. 6 men moved through rotting vegetation, boots sinking into decay. Intelligence promised routine reconnaissance. The jungle disagreed. Birds vanished. Insects fell silent. The air vibrated with something unseen. When the ambush came, it was perfection. Machine guns opened from 3 angles. Mortar walked toward them with surgical precision. Radios died. Panic ignited. Everyone hit the dirt. Everyone, except Logan. He didn't fire. He ran toward the killing zone. He saw what the others didn't. Claymores wired for retreat. Seconds from vaporizing them all. With surgeon's steady hands, he cut wires as explosions shattered the earth nearby. Then he did something unthinkable. He led them into the swamp. A black, stinking maze the enemy considered impassable. For 45 minutes, Cobra Team crawled through hell leeches, mud, roots, while patrols passed meters overhead. Logan guided them without compass or map, reading water, temperature, and instinct. They emerged alive. Rico looked at Logan with reverence. The laughter died that day. Then came the mortar. Every night. Exactly 0200. 3 shells. Perfect placement. Vanish. Napalm answered. Artillery roared. The jungle burned. The mortar returned. Finally, Logan spoke. Burning a forest to catch a mouse isn't strategy. It's desperation. That night, he went alone. No rifle. No radio. Just wire and blade. At dawn, he returned. On the table, he placed a mortar optic still warm. Still bloody. 3 men had died without noise. The shelling stopped forever. The bell came next. Inside an enemy base, Logan removed their alarms and their pride. He mapped their world and left them deaf. They rely on noise, he whispered. I removed their ears. Snake Pit changed everything. Civilians used as shields. Orders to attack anyway. Logan chose another path. Snakes. 15 of them. Ventilation. Shafts. Panic did the rest. The bunker emptied itself. Cobra Team waited. No civilians died. The jungle had chosen a side. And then the valley. 100 enemies. 6 Americans. Logan went barefoot. Silent. Invisible. Inside the command hut. Maps lay inches from his sleeping officer's breath. Logan took everything. And left nothing but fear. He returned unseen. The Phantom didn't fight wars. He ended them before they began. And when command later tried to erase his name, the jungle remembered. Some legends don't need records. They just need silence.